I remember back when I first started, working on my car and kind of really learning to do all this shit that I watched all these fucking YouTube videos of other people working on their car and saw all the stupid fucking Instagram reels, people talking about built versus bought or whatever. And I remember I used to always not want to go fucking spend time at the gym just because I wanted to work on my car, or oh no, I'm not gonna go work out right now because I gotta finish this project on my car, and then it kind of would just cascade into not being consistent and just kind of never going on time. And then that just kind of led to, when I did go, spending too much time at the gym and just fucking wasting a bunch of time on junk volume and shit like that. But it was like, dude, it's so fucking crazy to think, like, I was not going to the gym so that I would have more time to work on my car. But then, since I wasn't going to the gym and exercising, I would end up having less energy and put off working on the car, not be as efficient when doing stuff on my car, get fucking distracted when I be doing projects and stuff like that, and then they'd get dragged out for so damn long. And if I would have just simply been more consistent working out and fucking actually ate right and dieted right, then I would have been able to get so much more shit done and have so much more time to go to meets and do all the shit that I wanted to do. But instead I would just stay up all night and not sleep and eat like only a couple protein bars throughout the night and have a bunch of caffeine and just try to work on the car. And it just kind of, I would just be spending more time walking in circles, watching YouTube videos in between doing some stuff on the car and not doing stuff on the car. And I'd be in the middle of the project, be like, I want to get this so done. I want to get this done so so soon or so fast or whatever. Done so bad. That's the words I was looking for. And it would just take so long to get projects done, and then through that I started not enjoying working on my car anymore, and I kind of just started not enjoying going to meets as much and all that other stuff, because I started to associate anytime I wanted to do something that I enjoyed with the car, I associated that with this long strung out task that I was gonna have to endure, like a fucking mountain I was gonna have to climb or something. And it just really became, everything just came so laborious. And it's like, I don't know why I didn't just put the two together. If I would have just actually meal prepped and ate consistently and been on a consistent workout plan, I would have felt better and had more energy, more motivation to do all these things I wanted to do. And I could have been so much further ahead in life, than where I am right now. But instead, I was just, oh no, I'm going to do this because, I want to work on the car right now, and I don't want to do any of that other stuff, forget about that. And it's just, it's so stupid to think that I don't have the words to explain it, it's just, I don't know. So I guess, the point I'm trying to make with this is, like, if you guys are doing the same thing, you're and it doesn't have to specifically be with cars. It can be with another hobby you have or something like that. But, cars are kind of my thing, so that's what I'm going to relate it to. But whatever it is, if you're not spending time on your personal growth and having a proper diet and training properly, you're going to have no mental clarity, you're going to have no energy or any of that to get whatever it is done or to learn whatever it is you need to learn. And then, especially this goes great for, if you're doing like a project on your car. Once you get, to like an area of doing something where you might be stuck or confused, if you've got no, confidence, and if you've got no self-worth, because you don't do anything to grow your, for your personal development, to grow yourself, then you're going to get to, trying to install something or remove something that you can't figure out, and you're not going to have the mindset you need to push through it and just say, I'm going to figure this out. Instead, you're going to start getting upset and angry, and then you're going to end up breaking shit, and then you're going to hurt yourself, and then next thing you know, you just unloaded a whole host of problems, all because of one thing. You just weren't taking care of yourself. You weren't eating properly. You weren't training. And now you've just kind of unrolled this whole cascade of fuckery in your life. And then that starts to kind of track into your work life, because now you don't have as much energy for work because you're so tired from working on your car, and now you're stressed about that being broken, so now your work performance goes down. Next thing you know, your boss is mad at you, and you could have avoided this whole thing if you would have just set yourself on, not a fucking, not like, I need to have this strict schedule. Like, you can have flexibility room to go still do the, still want to do the things you need to do or want to do or whatever. But if you can't have some sort of discipline to at least eat right, to at least go and train, then you're just unraveling this whole cascade and snowball of issues. Now that your performance is down at your job, now you don't have energy. Now you're stressing about your work while you're working on the car. You're like, oh, fuck, I should have never even done this in the first place. Now you're really not going to be going to the gym. Now you're really not going to be meal prepping, because, the only thing you're thinking about is, I've just got to figure this out and this out only. Next thing you know, you're eating a bunch of fast food. You're eating like shit. You're just wasting your time. And it's like, it's just problem after problem after problem, and it compounds, and the next thing you know, it literally feels like the whole weight of the world is on top of you. And now, you're in this whole fucking ball of stress, and you're like, how did I get here? How did I get to this position in life where, fucking taking off a wheel bearing has caused my whole life to fucking cascade down and fall apart? And you're like, I was supposed to change my clutch next weekend, and I can't even figure out this wheel bearing. It's like, oh, dude, I'm fucked, and then you've got more issues because you have no self-confidence. But if you would have just established the confidence in yourself by becoming the person you need to become to have that confidence, then you would have been able to slow down and kind of reassess and take the smartest plan of action and figure out, what to do. You could have avoided this whole thing. And it's like, maybe you're now in the position that I was in, where it's like, okay, well, that's true, and you fucked yourself so much, but now it feels like, if I start bettering myself, you think that that's going to be a couple steps out of the proper direction before you start making progress, and that could delay the time of you finishing whatever you're finishing, and that if you just got that project done, then, that would save you a bunch of time, and then you could go to self-improvement after. But in all reality, you've got to take whatever the quickest route is in order to get to that self-improvement. And that quickest route is typically not going to be, start a new project and do all this other stuff. It's going to be start improving on yourself, maybe put that project off for one more week if it's possible, and then go and tackle it. That way you're just in a better mindset, and you're in a better, more focused state, and you have more time in order to get it done. Don't try to cram stuff in a time period where it's just not going to work out, because you're just going to end up screwing yourself in the long run. And a lot of it comes down to your time management, but you can't manage time if you're not able to manage your own mind and manage yourself. So just simply eating right, proper macros, consistent training, not spending a bunch of time in the gym scrolling away on TikTok or Instagram Reels, in between sets forever, wasting a bunch of time. That's time you could be spending on, your car or recovery or whatever it is. It's like, go into the gym, get your stuff done, enjoy it, have a good workout that's gonna, that is stimulating growth, and okay, these lifts are actually gonna be, driving growth. So I am not wasting my time in here. And not only are they driving growth, but by me pushing through them, I'm building up my mental resilience, and I'm literally giving myself more time by spending this time in the gym. I'm giving myself more time outside of life. And by not spending a bunch of extra hours in the gym and spending less time in the gym, you're now getting more gains and getting more time in life, because you're actually having a workout with purpose, and your meals are, you're eating them with purpose in order to have the most, have the best cognition, in order to stimulate the most growth. And I hope you guys can see the point I'm making here. Is like, no matter what avenue I go down, no matter what pathway I go or whatever, it all kind of bounces back to itself. They all kind of bounce back to each other. It's like, you kind of need them for each other. But if you give up on one, you give up on everything, and then life just doesn't work like it needs to. So, it's not a very complicated thing to grasp, but I think if you guys just start pushing a lot harder on, proper training, better diet, better time management, you can really just, you're gonna excel in your mind, in your physique, in your work life, in your projects, your passions. Everything's gonna improve everywhere. So there's no reason to waste your time by not going. You're not wasting your time going, you're wasting your time not going. So I hope you can take that with you. And I mean, if you want to just listen to what I said and just kind of, let it go off in the wind, that's up to you, and I can't really do anything to help you. But if you actually want to listen and implement some of the things I'm telling you in these videos into your life, I really think it could change some of your guys' lives, and things could really turn around and make a complete 180 if you just implement some core principles. And that's really all it takes.